Today's Hot New Country B105.7. Good evening, I'm Derek Michaud, and what we're going to do today is, or tonight, in this case, I did a show recently about how I got into radio, and I deleted that because that was getting more play than my hot country, one of my hot country shows, one of my newest hot country shows. But you know what? It's getting plays, so I guess my concern was I babbling, and I don't want to, I guess, talk your ear off and bore you. What we are going to do today is I'm going to bring back that show, kind of make it even better, and there will be some songs once in a while. Of course, whenever I need to step away, we will play some music. And basically, what I'm going to do is explain to you why it's so important that you guys listen to me. Why am I so grateful? Because I'm sure a lot of people are like, wow, it's really weird that he thanks us like with all his heart that we follow him. Well, I'll tell you why in a little bit. You know, good things come to those who wait. Now, I am a diehard country music fan. Absolutely diehard. And so I'm 32 years old. I have wanted to be in radio since I was 12, but didn't start out that way. When I was a kid, my dad took me to a Kenny Rogers concert in Bangor. That was the very first concert I was ever at. That was it, and he probably shouldn't have done that because now I'm hooked. And I am because I am. I love them. I think they're great. I like the concept of, hey, an artist is actually going to come to Maine and perform for a few hours. I like that concept. I like the concept of a concert. I do. The fact that Toby Keith is coming to Maine, has been to Maine, I've seen him 6 times, just blows my mind. It's like, wow, really? I mean, this is awesome. This is so great. So, but it started like this. So my dad takes me to these concerts. And, these concerts, let's start from the ground up. Let's see. I saw Alabama in 89. I'll get to that in a second. I'm just trying to do the math. I think the Kenny Rogers concert was somewhere around 87. I mean, I was young. I know that much. I don't even think I was that young. I think I was about 8, 9. I was young. And he says, I'm going to take you to Kenny Rogers. And I was, all right, hey. I didn't realize what's the big deal about it until later on. Until I understood that concerts are a thing and they do happen and they're great. So we go, and it's Kenny Rogers. The opening act is the Forrester Sisters, and it's weird. The stage looked like you watch the game show Family Feud. You know the little podiums that, the buzzers and the whatever. The stage kind of looked something like that. I mean, the stage was a weird stage. It was a stage that I've never seen before and never saw again. But anyway, it was a good show. Now I'm a kid, I'm a real young boy, and my mother made brownies. Now, what does this have to do with Kenny Rogers, you probably ask? Well, simple. We're going to the concert. It was on a Tuesday night. Concert was put on by WYOU 97.1. Steve McKay brought him out. So the brownie happens like this. Again, I don't know anything about concerts. I don't know that I can't meet the star. I don't know that I can't maybe go up and shake the star's hand. I didn't know that my purpose of going to this concert was I'm going to go over there and sit down and listen to him sing music for an hour and a half or however long it was. So in my little brain, very little brain, warped brain anyway, I'm like, wow, I'm going to bring Kenny Rogers a brownie. And I am going to give it to him. So, not that I'm going to show you because you can't see me because I have a face for radio. I'm on the radio and not like you can see what I'm doing. But I'm literally holding the brownie up like, here, it's right here. Here, take this. You know, I don't even remember where we were sitting. Let me adjust this here. My dad did a thing for my mother for Christmas, and he did a thing of, you know, had a whole bunch of videos, photos, and my dad and I are somewhere. I spend a lot of time with my dad any chance I get. So my dad and I were somewhere, and he's like showing me a whole bunch of pictures, and I'm not trying to be like a jerk or, oh, geez, Dad, this is boring, whatever. What's the whole point of this? Probably 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Well, definitely 20 years ago, I'd be like, okay, Dad, what's up? What are you trying to bug me with here? So I was just like, you know, I'm really good with dates anyway, so I figured he could use that knowledge. So he says, what date was this? What date was this? And he showed me the Kenny Rogers picture, and I hate looking at myself as a kid. And he says, what date was this on? When was this? I says, I don't really remember. I tried jogging my brain, and I do not remember. So, you know, that was that. And the concert was cool. It was cool. It was nice. I don't remember anything. I don't remember any song he sang. I don't remember anything. I just remember that I was there, and the stage looked weird, and the Forster sisters were there, and it was put on by WYOU. Okay, so why does my dad take me to concerts? Why is that all important? Well, my parents don't listen to country music. They definitely listen to the. I mean, you know, my mother listens to this show, she listens to Today's Hot New Country, B105.7, every morning while she's at work. She doesn't really listen live because she's doing other things, and I'm sorry. I know I'm her son, but I can't compete with Howie Carr for some reason. No idea why. I mean, really? Yeah. All right. I'll let that go. So, anyway, she listens the next morning, which is fine, whatever. They don't listen to country. I don't know how I started listening to country. I think I got a hold of a radio and put it on country, and I was like, I like this. And for the longest time, that's all I would ever listen to. I was a very hard kid. I was just like, if something else was on the radio, I'd be like, no, change it to country, and I'd throw a fit and whatever. So anyway, that's how I got into country, and I don't really remember exactly how, but I just know that country music is my livelihood. It's everything to me, and I couldn't imagine my life without it. So, let's see. We go see Charlie Daniels. That's the next concert. And now Charlie Daniels, that came about very spontaneously. My father said, I never asked to go see Charlie Daniels, nothing. He just said, hey, we're going to see Charlie Daniels on such and such a date, and it's going to be outside. And I'm like, all right, okay, cool. And I didn't know, while he was talking about it, I didn't know, why is it important that it's outside? He was, of course, just giving me information, like, hey, I like this, this, and this. He was just telling me it was outside, and it is now that I get why this is important. That concert was probably one of the greatest concerts I've ever seen the Charlie Daniels Band do. And that made me be all about the Charlie Daniels Band as a kid. I was just like, oh, Charlie Daniels, yada, yada, yada. He's great. I want to be just like him, as I'll bring up in a moment here. Now, with me wanting to be in loving country music, cell phone went off. Promise you that won't happen again. Okay. All right. That was a big fan of our station, Felicia from Orono, just sending me a text message. Now, why I'm not upset about that is because I'm just talking to you. I'm not doing anything regular that I would normally do. I'm not doing anything. I'm just talking about why I got into radio. So that went off, and I do apologize that did go off. Won't happen again. Okay. Now, yes, I love country music. And when I was a kid, I wanted to be a country singer. Yeah, right. I did concerts in my house. I did, I had set up a microphone and I had a guitar. I can't play the guitar. When I play the guitar, I'm just strumming it just for the sake of strumming. I'm just like, strumming the strings and nothing. It's just random noise that comes out of it. But anyway, the Charlie Daniels concert in Bass Park in Bangor was kind of awesome. It just really was. The way he came out was so great. Because Bootleg opened for them, and Bootleg, they put on a great show. I mean, they're a local band. They did cover tunes. They did Guitars and Cadillacs by Dwight Yoakam. They did If I Had You by Alabama. They did a few other songs. And, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed that. Then Charlie Daniels comes out, and this was awesome. I mean, I've never seen this man live at this point. Now I've seen him 3 times. And it's just, I mean, he's a great artist. So I'm sitting. This is at Bass Park in Bangor, and I'm sitting in the second row. Now, I'm visually impaired, so I can't remember if that was general admission seating. I don't think it was. I think we had the seats, and we were sitting in the second row, which, wow, was great. And so, as Bootleg is performing, this guy comes up to me, and I don't know anything about